This is Valley News Live at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. Authorities say they have located an inmate who escaped from the James River minimum unit on the night of July 18th.
39-year-old Nathan Lang managed to flee the facility where he was serving time for theft of property and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. The Corson County Sheriff's Office in South Dakota says they received a tip from a citizen regarding Lang's whereabouts and then located Lang in an abandoned farmyard. A pursuit was initiated and continued into a nearby hayfield. Lang stopped the vehicle and was arrested without incident.
Lang's girlfriend Eurecia Hoon as well as a 2-year-old child were also located in his vehicle. Both Lang and Hoon have been charged with burglary, theft, possession of stolen property, trespassing, eluding arrest, as well as child neglect. The 2-year-old was placed in the care of Child Protective Services. We'll be sure to bring you any updates to this case as they become available.
Now we switch gears and check in with the weather department. Joining us now is First Alert Storm Team Shelby Bertowski. Shelby, how's it going over there?
Well, Zoe and Reed, that sun is just setting here in Fargo, and we do have a beautiful sunset with those clear skies, and that's going to continue to stick around as we head throughout the next couple hours. But those temperatures are still on the cooler side right now. We are sitting at 59 here in Fargo with those calm winds. Now, for most of us, we're seeing those temperatures now in those 50s after we were just in those 60s not that long ago. We have Roseau at 57, Baudette is still in those 60s at 62 degrees. And then we also have areas like Oaks at 59 as well. And those temperatures are also on the cooler side. Here in Fargo, we are 10 degrees cooler than we were just 24 hours ago. However, we have areas like Langdon that are 4 degrees warmer than they were 24 hours ago. But this morning was another chilly start to the day. Most of us were starting out in those 50s, a few of us like Grand Forks in those 40s, but we had areas like Langdon, North Dakota starting out at 39 degrees this morning. And we also have those calm winds for most of us. No, guys, it's not going to be as cold in those 30s tonight, but I'll have your full forecast on how cold we'll get tonight and in the coming week ahead.
All right, Shelby, thank you. Well, a late summer wave of COVID-19 is sweeping across the U.S., and according to the CDC, many signs are pointing to a recent surge. Indicators like hospitalizations, ER visits, and even test positivity are all up. However, experts believe this surge is far less intense than what emerged over the past few summers.
Even with a 30 to 40% increase in cases since June, the numbers are still considered low compared to some previous spikes. The uptick in cases is not expected to be prolonged, nor are cases expected to be severe. In fact, experts say early signs from wastewater data shows that the COVID wavelet may already be leveling out. The increase seems to be driven by human behavior. And Republican presidential candidates gathered in Iowa Friday night at a party fundraiser dinner. As
correspondent Willie James Inman reports, former President Donald Trump has led among all GOP candidates in the White House race, despite his recent criminal indictment.
Facing mounting legal troubles, former President Trump campaigned in Iowa on Friday.
If I weren't running, I would have nobody coming after me. Or if I was losing by a lot, I would have nobody coming after me.
Trump spoke the day after special counsel Jack Smith unveiled 3 additional criminal charges against him in the classified documents case. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina are also among the more than a dozen contenders speaking at a Republican Party dinner Friday night. Both have stayed away from direct attacks on the former president.
We're sending the military to the border.
But also as commander-in-chief, I will stand toe-to-toe with China.
Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris spent the day in Iowa discussing reproductive rights and the state legislature's efforts to enact a 6-week abortion ban.
Our daughter is in her 20s. She is going to have fewer constitutional rights than my mother-in-law.
And President Biden traveled to Maine Friday to tout his Bidenomics economic policies.
Inflation is now at the lowest point it's been in over 2 years.
The president criticized Republicans for not supporting his Inflation Reduction Act and joked they might decide to impeach him because inflation is coming down. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
Now, Iowa's First in the Nation caucus is only less than 6 months away.
And speaking of people who spoke on Friday night, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum spoke where he has stressed again the top 3 things he wants to work for in his presidential campaign.
I'm running for president to improve every American life, to unlock the best of America. That's our mission. How are we going to do that? We're going to improve every American life by focusing on the economy, on energy, and on national security. America needs a 180-degree change from the direction where Joe Biden is taking us right now. Joe Biden's wrong on the economy, he's wrong on energy, and he's wrong on national security.
And Governor Burgum was campaigning in Iowa today. Burgum joined the crowded pool of GOP presidential contenders with his announcement last month. And like a lot of his rivals, he was out shaking hands to win support in the critical state where the caucuses are less than 6 months away.
Burgum spent part of the day touring the Hamilton County Fairgrounds in Webster City and participated in a meet and greet earlier in the day. Burgum has described himself as a candidate of, quote, small town values who can help steer the country in a different direction.
Former President Donald Trump is attempting to reverse court rulings in 2 of the many politically charged cases involving him. He filed a notice Friday appealing a ruling that prevented him from moving his New York criminal case involving hush money payments to federal court. And earlier this month, a judge denied his request to move the state case to federal court after finding the alleged criminal conduct was not related to his role as president.
Now, Trump has pleaded not guilty to 34 counts of falsifying business records to conceal the reimbursement of hush money payments made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. He is set to go to trial in New York State in March of 2024.
We've got some traffic updates for you regarding some construction projects taking place throughout the metro.
Beginning Monday, July 31st, 4th Street North will be closed to traffic between 4th Avenue North and 7th Avenue North. Now, traffic will be detoured via 2nd Street North and Broadway. Now, this road closure will allow crews to mill and overlay the asphalt surface on 4th Street North. That road is fully expected to reopen on Thursday. Now, August 3rd, beginning Monday, July 31st, westbound traffic on 40th Avenue South will be reduced to 1 lane between 47th Street South and 51st Street South. That lane closure will allow for road surface repairs to be completed throughout. Now, that road is fully expected to reopen on Tuesday, August 1st.
And beginning Thursday, August 3rd, 17th Avenue South will be closed through traffic between 25th Street South and 32nd Street South. Vehicles will be detoured to 13th Avenue South. The road closure will allow crews to mill and overlay the asphalt surface on 17th Avenue South, and the road is expected to fully reopen on Thursday, August 10th.
And starting this Tuesday, August 1st, the North Dakota seatbelt law becoming a primary enforcement goes into effect. This change was passed just last legislature season.
This means no other violation is required for a driver to get pulled over by law enforcement and issued a seatbelt citation. The law will also require all vehicle occupants to wear a seatbelt regardless of where they are sitting in the vehicle.
And Concordia College announced they will be hosting the Minnesota All-State Band, Jazz Band, and Orchestra camps August 1st through the 5th. The camps are sponsored by the Minnesota Music Educators Association.
Students auditioned for an all-state spot in March. The camp culminates with free public concerts in Memorial Auditorium on Saturday, August 5th. Concert band, symphonic band, and jazz band perform at 10 a.m. Orchestra will perform at 1 p.m. Live stream concert links, digital programs, and all-state student lists can be found online.
And today was the 18th annual VWS in the Valley, the biggest Volkswagen car show in the region. The show includes any Volkswagen vehicles from vintage to new, custom to stock, and even all the way from project to a showstopper.
It was $10 to register a car, and it was free to the public to visit. They had refreshments and food available for guests as well. It was located at the Fargo Visitors Center right off of 45th.
And later on Valley News Live at 10, the Mega Millions jackpot rising yet again after no one claimed a winning ticket in last night's drawing. Stick with us.
We're not tracking any showers right now in the valley. We are getting some out near Bismarck area, but most of us are still in those drought conditions in that moderate category, and that is going to affect us when we have more temperatures getting above normal coming up here in the next 11 days. But don't go anywhere because I'll have your full forecast coming up next.